So again, just recording my screen. So here we are back again in MoxiWorks, MoxiWorks website, I should say. Now we talked about in the first workshop just the, those kind of under appearance, under layout and colors, and even some of like the about me pages, like our bio, that's kind of already preset for us in our website. Unfortunately, we can't really do a lot with those templates. We can't really edit any of those. So let's talk about, I guess a workaround you can call it, of just like if we wanted to add more custom features or completely, start from scratch of building our own kind of homepage or even my about me, my bio section. What we would have to do, so, say you want something custom like this, where you just pull in videos or pull in photos, text, anything like that. Here are links that people can take to different sections. All right. So here I've added links, a photo, just text, images. So let's talk about creating a custom homepage. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go back to that appearance. We're going to go to layout. And then in here, as we saw before, these are the kind of set templates. What you're going to do is select custom and then hit create page. So once we do that, it's then going to take you to the create page of kind of just starting with a blank template. So you're going to label this, your title, as just what you want the title page to be. I'll just do home test for this case. And then just a kind of brief overview of how this works. Anytime that you create a page, it's going to look like this. And here's going to be our title. If we scroll down, here's our text and editor, meaning that this is essentially how we could really create the page, add things, add text, add images, add videos, whatever we're looking to do in here. And then below is our SEO for this page, along with some podcast episode input, but we really don't need to worry about that. That is one way that you could do that. The easiest way the easiest way to really build a custom page is if next to text editor, we go to builder, and then it's going to ask you to leave your current page that you're on. We're going to say yes, leave. And then once it does that, it's going to then switch over your screen into the builder screen. You can see currently editing page, home test. This is what is called builder. And builder is essentially that, just you're on that page that you're currently on, and you're able to really build it out, meaning this is the better view than that text editor side, because we can, work in here, add things, add like text boxes, videos, photos, links to things, anything like that in here. So here we're kind of working with our blank canvas. Just to explain really how Builder works is that everything runs through this little plus sign here. So if we open up that plus sign, we're going to see 4 different things: modules, rows, templates, and saved. What modules are essentially how we input anything, meaning that if I wanted to put a text box right here, I'm going to go to where the module is. Here's under basic, and here's text editor. I'm going to click that text editor because if I want to add words into this space, I'm going to click the text editor module, click that, and drag that to where I want it. Now, there's my text module added to this section, and we'll pull up the box for that text editor. So if we scroll down, here's different features, different things that we can control. Here we can go to general, and then we can start typing away. So here is my test. Something like that. We can text and add into that text box that we just dragged in. And it works the same way. I mean, we can, it works just really the same as Word. We want to change the headline. Maybe that's the headline for my site. Maybe I want to change the style, text color, whatever the case may be. Now, the easiest way to do this, so that's just for text. Let's say, and then anytime we change this, we're going to hit save, and that will save and now embed that text module in here. And then let's say that I wanted to add a photo to this, section. Maybe I want it above this text or below this text. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to that plus sign here. I'm going to find whatever it is I'm looking for. So here, photo. Here we have one video. Maybe I wanted to upload a video. I can go to click and drag that photo, and you can see that it will, if depending on where you're putting it, that's where your photo will drop. So now, once I do that, it's going to bring up the same box that we saw before, but now for your photo. So here, we can go into photo, we can hit select photo. This will pull up my past photos that I've uploaded to my library. So if you have already photos in here that you downloaded, you can just select those and import those. Or you can go over here where it says upload files. It's kind of hidden behind the words, but then you can just select a file that you want to upload. So once I do that, here's my photo. So what are we doing here? What we're really doing is we're inputting modules within kind of our set widget here. So here's our kind of border screen that you can see, that you'll see these kind of sidebars come up. So here's where we're on my page. Here's the module that I added for text. Here's the image that I added for the photo module. And that's really what makes up our photos. And then we can go from there. We can edit anything in here. Maybe I don't want the size to be that big. Maybe I want everything centered. Maybe I want to move this photo up above the text. I would just go to where it says move. Maybe I want to duplicate things. Maybe I want to add columns. We're going to talk about that next. Anytime that we want to edit anything in here, maybe we want to edit this text. This isn't the thing that I want to say, or edit this photo. What we're going to do is we're going to go hover over that module. We're going to click on the wrench, and then that's going to bring us back to where that editing section, or that's that module where we can control. So we can change the font size, color, the style, even advanced settings like animation, stuff like that. Just always remember to click save because that actually takes your changes and makes them permanent. So with that, let's explore this a little bit more. Maybe we want to, as under modules, maybe we want to add a gallery. Maybe we want to add a map or a slideshow to our website. Maybe I want, multiple images on my home screen to cycle through that home page. You can find that in here. So you can go through and you'll see really modules for anything. Along with that, you can even go to so here we're in a group of standard modules. These are kind of the basic, or what people tend to go to the most. But if we open up this tray here, there's also advanced modules. So more things, abilities that we can do where we can upload a Google map, a how-to scheme. You can go through the list here of really that has all the capabilities of what we can add. Creative modules, the list is really kind of infinite of just what we're looking to do. The same thing kind of applies to widgets. Widgets are more so that you're adding some kind of tool into your website. The best example here is right here, the mortgage rates module. So we can click and just drag that mortgage rates module into our section. Let's say that your home screen, you want the first thing to appear as your mortgage rates calculator, as right on your home screen. We can click and drag that widget and now put it into our actual website. But something I also want to show you is our rows. If we go into rows, this is kind of how we can start sectioning or breaking up our page. So we can kind of see that if we stuck with this, my section here on my home page is going to follow through kind of a straight line. It's not going to really change that much. Maybe I want to add multiple things. I can click and put a column in here. That way, now I have two separate columns. So if I get out of this, now let's say that I wanted to add an image here, or I wanted to, put a video here, or a text box, or, the list is kind of endless. This is how we can start. Columns or rows and columns are how we kind of break up things. And the same thing applies. So here, some other drop-down boxes or other selections similar to what we were in before. But rows, columns are how we start breaking up the kind of monotony of just single kind of sections. The last thing, that's a nice brief introduction into how, you can start building from scratch. If you're not that experienced, or maybe you're not even, not that creative with just working from a blank canvas, I highly recommend taking advantage of the templates. So what the templates are, again, in this section, if we go to templates, you're going to find pre-made templates from WordPress, meaning that these are going to have, you can scroll through, you can see different styles of things that your page or you can take advantage of in your templates. And they really vary. So let's say that, I like this template for my homepage. Maybe it's titled Recruiter-Porter. So I can just click on that, and I'm going to say replace existing layout. I'm going to click OK, and that will pull that exact template into this page. So now here it's going to be kind of auto-filled with something from some kind of stock photography. But let's say that this is the kind of format that you want to follow. Now we have something to work with, and then we can just kind of click and choose what we want to keep, what we don't want to keep. Let's say, and you'll see that each of these modules are already added. So here we have behind here's our stock photo that we're using for that, of that house. If I wanted to change that, I would click on, I kind of did that fast. Let me just show you again. I would go over to the section that I want to change. So right here, this is where that photo is. I'm going to click on that wrench. I'm then going to scroll down to find, we're going to go to style, and then under background, we're going to go to where the photo is, and we can just remove that. We can upload our own photo. Then we would hit save. Here's a little text widget. Maybe I don't, I want to make this my own. Again, wrench. And now I can go to general. Here, I can change that text that is in there. So this is a good kind of way to start under templates, just because it does a lot of the work for you. And there's a variety of different templates in here. And, it doesn't have to stay the same. This can just be a starting or a jumping off point for you. Maybe I want to change these into photos. I don't want it to actually be text, so I can just simply remove those. But the columns are already set here, so I can just go here, back to my little plus sign, go to module. Maybe I want to put a video, so then I put a video there as well. And then once I have my video, I can embed that video into my website. How we would do that, this is a pretty good example to go through. You're going to see the embed, and we're going to see the text box of where we're going to take that embed code. So the easiest way to do this is you can use either Vimeo or YouTube. If you don't remember what Vimeo is, you can just look at it here. Free account. Same with YouTube. You can create a free YouTube account to upload videos. Vimeo does the same, where you just upload a video and then it gives you that embed code for us to use for our website. So let's say that I want to upload this my newest video here, my intro to MoxiWorks and migration steps. I want this video, or you can use it really any video from YouTube. Here we go to the video, we hit share, we then click on embed. Here's my embed code. I can just copy and paste this, or I can click copy, does the same thing. I then go to where we were editing, go into that embed section, just paste that code there and click save. And now here's my video. I can size it, I can move it around, take it wherever I want it, change the format, but you understand what I'm doing there. So now that we have our home screen, let's talk about, or Now we've made our, changes. Let's say that I'm done here. Let's talk about the much important SEO. So once you're done editing, once you got your page, the way you like it, we're going to click done and you're going to hit publish. Publish is then going to take those changes and we'll see. Now it's locked in. I can go back to my admin home at the top here. And then we're going to go back to our admin home. We go to site pages, click all pages. And now that custom page that I just created is going to be, where we're going to see it, is usually right the last one. So there's that home test, that custom page I just created. So from there, you can move it up. If this was your home page, you'd move it up all the way, probably all the way to the top. For this demonstration, I'm just going to delete it. And we'll actually go to the custom page that I created. So this is my custom page. I edit that. Here's my background of my edit page. So this, again, just to show you, if I go into Launch Builder, anytime you make a builder, you're going to see that. Now here's my custom page. And this is where I go to control everything. Here's my links, my info, my text, my video that I put up, and so forth. So a very important piece with our website is SEO. What is SEO? SEO stands for search engine optimization. So let me go back. Let me go to my home page. In here. So there was my builder. That was how we edited everything. Below this, you're going to see Yoast SEO Premium. What is SEO? What does it have to do with our website? SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what search engine optimization really deals with is our ability to be found on the internet. Meaning the best example I can really give is do a walkthrough or an example. So if I go to Google, Google itself is a search engine. Same thing with Bing or Yahoo. Those are all search engines. And once I go into Google and I type in, something like current homes for sale in Cranbury, New Jersey, Google, a search engine, uses what it calls keywords. And the keywords are just the words that we type into Google as a search engine. So current homes, even the word for, even the word in Cranbury, New Jersey, it marks those all as keywords. Based upon those keywords that we type in, it will then find us relevant sites to what we just typed into our search engine. So all these links here are coming up from the keywords that we typed into our search engine. What this is, every link here in the blue right here is what's known as an SEO title. Below that, in the gray, below that SEO title is what we call a meta description. How our searches or how Google finds us relevant stuff to what we type in are reliant upon those keywords that we choose to use on our SEO title and our meta description. Because when we go to our website and we go to our SEO section, here is our SEO title for this page, and here is our meta description for this page. We can control in each page, in each kind of section of our website, what our SEO title is and what our meta description is. And we really need to do that because, typically when someone goes to Google and they're looking for you, a real estate agent, they're going to type in your name to find you and to find your website. So if our SEO, let's just say, doesn't have our name at all like that, it's going to be pretty hard to find us. So you can go to your current website that you're in now. If you search or Google your name and your website isn't on that first page screen, you would definitely have to modify your SEO settings. So let's talk about modifying our SEO settings. So let's kind of start from scratch here because we will have to do this. When you go into SEO, you're going to click on the title and you're going to see SEO title and you're going to see meta description. And we have to fill this in for us. Something good about this is that it will do, it has the ability to kind of just auto tag or put in taglines or site title or separator, whatever the case may be. But we could take the time and write ourselves, and we want to do that. So when we think about writing our title and we think about writing our meta description for our page, we first have to understand, what is our page about? Obviously, for our homepage, this is really going to do or talk about everything, with our business, meaning a great idea to have in your SEO title for your homepage is generally going to be your name, because it's your site. You're the agent. People are going to search for your name. We're going to want to use those keywords relevant to that as well. So another good example would be, saying, something like Zach B. Show real estate agent, because when people go into Google looking for a real estate agent, they're generally going to type in real estate agent. So we're trying to think like our client would think, because we're trying to use those same keywords, just the same as, I did here at Current Homes for Sale in Cranbury, New Jersey. Someone could use, instead of homes, listings. So that's another keyword that we're going to want to use, probably in our meta description. So we have to think like that. We're basically saying, we're describing whatever the page is, whatever the capabilities is, whatever it's talking about, but we're using as many keywords as possible. I hope that makes sense. So to save some time, I just, I have a kind of pre-script already. So let's do, where's my home section? Search homes. No, where's my home screen? Uh-oh. So here's my kind of home script for this. So here's my SEO title. I'm going to put that in my title. And then let's go to my meta description. And we'll walk through why I selected each of these kind of words. Now, general rule, which I don't really follow here, is that, well, of course, general rule is for SEO title and meta description is that we have to make complete sentences. We know that search engines operate on by keywords. We're not just going to use a bunch of keywords that we know people would be searching into and just form an incomplete sentence. It all has to make a complete sentence that's grammatically correct, both our title and our meta description. So the title that I chose, and that you could use, or an example of one, is Real Estate Agent Zach B. Show buys and sells properties in Monmouth County, New Jersey area, Coldwell Banker Realty, Coldwell Banker Realty. The reason I did this is because if this is my home screen, I'm obviously a real estate agent. Here's my name in my title. I specialize in buying and selling properties. I could use listings, but I use properties in this case. And then I describe the area that I work in, Monmouth County, New Jersey. I also use Coldwell Banker Realty because a lot of people on Google might be searching for just Coldwell Banker. So that's another good keyword to use to help me increase my search. Use your affiliation to your advantage, guys. Coldwell Banker, does a lot of traffic, does a lot of business. Use them in whenever you're describing yourself as an agent. Under my meta description, I just basically expand upon my title, my topic of this page, and I just kind of rewrite it as much as I can. Meaning that here I say Zach B. Show is an associated real estate agent with Coldwell Banker Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell your next listing, I use listing instead of properties. Search through Coldwell Banker Homes to find new available listings. Zach B. Show is a local agent, because that could be a keyword that people type into Google pretty frequently. And then I name, in Rumson, New Jersey. So I would say whatever town, whatever your office is in, I'd probably use that town in there instead. but services entire Monmouth County. Again, noting Monmouth County of, that covers a wide range. And then in this example, I go, if you're looking for, beach homes, maybe we specialize in beach homes. Maybe you specialize in commercial properties. You'd put that in there, but you would say, if you're looking for beach homes, luxury properties, single family, townhouses, condos, new construction or farms, contact me. Obviously, I did this for another agent. But contact me today. So that's an example of an SEO title and a meta description. And I hope that makes sense. We're trying to use and describe what's going on our page as much as we can. And we're using as many keywords as we possibly can. So once I do that, and we can even see as I type and what I put in, we can see the example of how this looks. And you can see on the mobile right here, this is how my link is going to appear now on search engines, now on Google. So when someone types in Zach B Show, that's how my my SEO will appear to them. And then you'll notice here the ... That's just because also with the general rule, usually SEO titles like to be around 70 characters, and then meta description likes to be around 150 characters. We can certainly go over those characters as I did here, but what you'll see is that ... Because obviously Google, doesn't show the entire description of everything. It usually cuts you off around 150 characters. So just know that the first sentence or two is the most important, and take that in effect. We can of course go beyond that as I did here, but know it will be cut off if you go over that limit, and that's fine. We're just trying to use our keywords, the proper keywords, to get in front of our correct audience. So from there, you would hit publish, you would hit save, and you're good to go for that SEO for your page. And, with everything else that you do, so if we go back to all pages here, we can do this for each one of our pages, and we want to do this for each one of our pages. So, let's say that I go into my recorded classes section, or my, that's just my menu item. If I go to recorded classes, I go to the actual custom page section and I click edit. Again, same thing. I can write, and I should write, my own SEO for this page as well, because again, it helps us with our searches. So if someone was looking for, my recorded classes that I did, my workshops that I did on my website, again, I would, write a title saying, Zach B Show, marketing specialist for Southern New Jersey, recorded classes and workshops. That could be my title or something like that. And then I would describe that, see recorded sessions, again, changing the words, sessions instead of workshops, that Zach B Show has done for Coldwell Banker, and describing that meta description. Again, just describing what's going on this page, and then using keywords to describe that, keywords that people or our clients would be typing into a search engine such as Google. I hope that makes sense. There's tons of, if that doesn't, there's tons of videos on YouTube. There's tons of articles on Google about SEO, even specifically about real estate SEO. And it's very crucially important, just because this is how we have our website visible on, the internet. I can't tell you how many agents I sit down with and, we're talking about their website, and I go to just Google their name to look up their website, and I can't find it. That's a problem. If people can't find our website that we built, we can build the best website in the world that has custom templates that we were just walking through, but if no one can find it, it doesn't do us any good. So I hope that makes sense. And again, that session took a little bit longer. But does anybody have any